we are a grandmaster, it's only up from here. Bigger quests with bigger rewards and bigger threats to clear. 24 full years of questing to mix our deaths, we're doing fine. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2009. Welcome back to October 13th, 2009, where we are having to deal with changes made in May 2025. Less impactful is the crystal bow now has a slightly larger range because it's technically a longbow and future fletching changes and stuff, but that's probably back to what it originally was anyways, so we were kind of just working with a slightly nerfed range for the crystal bow, so that's alright. What is less alright is changes to the farming XP at the Jade Vine. Previously, it was 50 XP for planting the seed and 1500 for checking it. Now it is 250 for planting it and 9500 for checking it. And that is wildly too much experience compared to what it should be. As much as I would appreciate just blasting through some farming at 6 times faster, 7 times, that's not quite right. So we're going to be, I guess, doing Jadevine as a weekly here. It's unfortunately going to be much less Slayer XP. We're kind of getting closer to the point here where we can start actually doing Slayer. So I think that's going to have to be the plan here. Well, that's okay. We've got plenty of other things we can do besides come over to the Jade Vine every day. Stuff like pest control. Over here on the Void Knight Island. Lots of people here due to a system that does not exist yet. But enough. At this point in 2025, Void is not very good, but we have some use for it, so we're just going to go do some pest control. Let's see. For the first game here, let's go out and defeat the portals. That should be good. Fight some guys. Go to the portals. The yellow portal has dropped. We'll fight that. There's a spinner here. I don't know if that's really necessary to worry about. I don't think it's going to heal enough to be a real problem. The amount of damage that specifically the other people are going to do is going to be pretty good. We are getting absolutely shredded here. Which, I mean, that's no big surprise. We don't have like armor or anything. They're just going to keep having to come back from the boats here. It'd probably be more beneficial for us to just stay here in the middle and protect the Void Knight. We can do a better job here. Although other people also kind of have it under control, so. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Not too many things coming in here. It has been slightly rebalanced to manage all the damage people do. But in general. Yeah, you can see it's already dead. And then, let's run over to the last one. We got the whole portals with shields and stuff going, so that was a very early on addition. Yeah, the amount of damage people can do, it really gets through pretty quickly. There is a activity meter, maybe, that's still here. Just need to do enough damage and stuff. Then you win the game. Go get some Void Knight points. 4 for doing the hard mode here. So it's 4 commendations. And then we wait a little bit. When there is hundreds of people here, you pretty much automatically keep starting games. With this setup, we need to wait a little bit between. That's alright. As long as there's at least 5 people here, it could, in theory, work, but the more the merrier. To get these points. Another slight change is the maximum number of commendations you can have. Originally it was 250. We need to go and buy something here, like the Void Knight top, for 250. It's changed to 1,000 later, so we now have a bonus 2 points. We technically shouldn't, but that's fine. Let's go in. Very good. Another 250 points. Turn that in. Get the robe bottoms. Confirm. 150 commendation for the gloves. Yes. 200 points for the first helmet. Probably get Ranger first. Not that it makes a huge difference. It's actually technically worse than just having the stats from the spine, but whatever. Also, some other changes in 2014. No longer getting a cash reward per game, so we are out like a few 100,000 coins for all this, which is unfortunate. And we're also getting these Void Knight seals randomly for killing the pests, and also 1 commendation each time. So, okay, just gonna destroy these. Another 200 points, another helmet, melee, I guess. Yes. And the last 200 points, plus an extra one we got from another random drop thing. The Mage Helm by 1. And that is full void. That is the only void that exists for now. Later there will be more. Yeah. Robes, helmets, variety of looks. Oh yeah. Not better than the spined or the other options, but if we're using multiple combat styles, much more convenient, just having to switch a weapon and a helmet. We also do need to consider boots for this system, but aside from that, it's pretty much fine. Store it all in the armor case. This is also a great time to have the mahogany armor case here that can store everything, because it uses so many different slots here. Well, that's alright. We can fill this up if we wanted to. Don't need to, though. Anyways, that is that. Like 16, 17 hours or something? Could be worse. Here's the now weekly Jadevine, because of the farming XP changes. 9,500 XP for 74 farming. That is a very important level later for Morchella mushrooms. Very good. And now, updates. Not too many this time. We are very close to the next thing. On October 16th, 2009, prepaid membership wallet cards available in Norway at 7-Eleven, Narvesen, and Shell. Got an updates blog on the Within the Light launch. Had 1 week for the final version QA, as with most updates. Watching for feedback on release, and going over the fact that even after all this time, continuing the elf quest, we still did not get into Prifdiness. Partially because there was this narrative step in between here for Within the Light, actually figuring out what's going on that direction. And also the fact that they are not ready to release what would most likely need to be a very large update. Reach the Elven Capital? Lots of cool stuff in there that they are not prepared to put all the resources into make right now. Later though. Also, with all the Q&As that have been happening recently, they plan to do some more in January 2010. So, we will look at all those answers later. On October 20th, 2009, go vote for Jagex in the Golden Joystick Awards for UK Developer of the Year. All sorts of awards and such. Player voted for this one. That's nice. In the patch notes, they have fixed a child's shrunken head, removed a floating twig. Ardougne now sells pineapples and seaweed noted, which we were dealing with by only purchasing the unnoted amounts. That worked fine still. And the Falador diary now requires crafting a mine tiara, much like the other changes to the Falador diary, since they moved the air altar. In other news, health bars will now always show some green until they actually reach 0. Always annoying thinking you've defeated an enemy and they're still alive. Vertical resizing for chat and stats interfaces in resizable mode. Just a small moving towards what's later going to be much more interface changes. We've got now, actually, the ability to get the new teleport location on the teleport crystal from Eluned down into the Mourner tunnels there. Gravestones will be shown on the minimap if you die, which we're trying not to do. Clans and friends chat settings should be remembered between logins. You can now purchase duplicate skill capes. Auto restart your Fight Caves wave if you get disconnected. Summoning options won't be closed by combat. And Murky Matt at the Grand Exchange can combine members' teleport jewelry charges. Over at the duel tournaments, there's been a rework. You get assigned a group based mostly on combat level. Rank caps until you get to higher combat level groups. And checkpoints for your rank milestones at every 500. Also, second place now gets 20% of the entry fee instead of nothing. What we're mostly here for today, and why we are here in Ardougne, is the Ardougne Achievement Diary. Wow. We've got just a whole bunch of stuff. Ardougne. And of course, we also have a whole bunch of stuff that we already finished. We got stuff we already did, changes over the years, Ironman restrictions, just a whole bunch of things that we need to actually go do now, since it's actually in the game. And a whole bunch of items that we need to go collect. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Starting with the easy tasks we've already done, like having Wizard Crumperty teleport us to the Essence Mine. Wow. Get some essence here, and more essence soon. We'll worry about that in a bit. Leave the Essence Mine, because we got other things around here we also need to do. Like going over to the Servants Guild, right here, and talking to the Chief Servant about servants. Welcome to the Ardougne Domestic Service Agency. Tell me about servants. You need help around your house, or trained efficient workers are ready to serve you. Thanks. Some amount of that's required. We already talked to them about servants back when construction was added. So, that's great. We've done that. Lots of stuff to do just around Ardougne here. As you might expect, since it is the Ardougne Achievement Diary. You can also just come over here and steal. We stole a piece of chocolate cake. Tasty. You don't even need to succeed. You just need to attempt to succeed. Well, that's nice. Can also come in here and grab ourselves some food, which we also already did. And we can get you something to eat. Famous Security Bob, like 25 coins. I'll try one of those. 25 coins, here you go. And there you go, thanks. A skewered kebab. The achievement is to just buy it. You don't even need to eat it. But we will still. It's a fun time. Continuing further into town here, we're going to go and buy a water-filled vial. Changes to the store soon here. Just to get a regular, non-packed vial. 1 vial of water. And that's all we need. We need potions? Probably not. Let's drop that. Water-filled vial potion packs. There's really only so many packs right now. I'm looking forward to more things here. And the vial packs are coming. Not yet, though. Not yet. There was that there. Back this way. That was that. Seal, we need a boat, we need a gem. Pickpocket. Picklock. Lots of thieving involved in Ardougne. No huge surprises there. Over this way again. Organize where we run for all these things. Yours in a slightly different spot. We can pick this lock. Come in here. Go pick up an iron mace. Oh boy. That's definitely something. Certain door. Go. So from East Ardougne to Karamja. Just need to leave here. Go over this way. We can even get this for the cheaper price, since we have all the other stuff. Karamja diary and all that. Pay fare to Karamja. We've sailed from Ardougne to Karamja many, many times here. And we can just sail back. That's great. We go to Yanil, we go to training camp. Lots of places. It is the Ardougne achievement diary, but there's also a larger area that it covers. Much like all the other diaries. At a certain point, you can't have an achievement diary for every single small area. But, gets the job done. Next thing we're gonna do here is run on down into the zoo and spend some penguin points, which we have for this week here. Hide and seek, penguin points. Spend all of them on XP lamps, but not really, because correct amounts of XP is more like 7 out of our 16. Which is very unfortunate. But, I mean, still really can't complain about 33,000 Herbal XP. I'm here for it. I'd be even more here for it for the other 9 points, but that is not changed for quite a while. Destroy my hopes and dreams. There you go. And spend the points. There we go. We also have, we travel slightly further south here. We need to pop a balloon at the monastery, which we did way, way back. We completed the Monk's Friend in RuneScape Classic. That was some party. What a party, wow. Can you do a balloon drop? How do we get you guys to balloon drop again? Come on. Some party. He's already done the quest. Pop balloons that fall when the player asks him to. Who are we talking to? Brother Omad. Don't let it. Some party. He's not dropping balloons. Dance! There we go. Now we're dancing. Another party here. I just didn't click through it enough. Anyways, we do the whole thing again here. Now we can pop a balloon. Yeah. Alright. Next up, we continue slightly further south here. We're gonna go out on the fishing trawler. Is what I would say if we were allowed to go out on the fishing trawler. Ironman restrictions, for whatever reason, they decided, no fishing trawler allowed. It's way too powerful to get 3 fish. Or something. Very silly. Very silly. So, one of the Ironman change requirements here instead of go out on the fishing trawler, we just need to try and fail. Cannot play this minigame for no reason. Anyways. And then we just have 2 more tasks here, which are a little bit further away. Just need to look at Alex Hunter Emporium here. That is Hunter things. Entering the spot here. From the gate. Quick open, just go. Entering the combat training camp north of West Ardougne. Need to complete biohazard for that. There are various quest requirements and level requirements and stuff, obviously. North of West Ardougne there's also in West Ardougne. As part of Ardougne, as much as it is a giant mess, honestly. But we can just go in here whenever we want. Very easy, very cool. West Ardougne. Not that cool. There's problems here. Deal with those later. Citizens of West Ardougne, who will join the Royal Army of Ardougne. It's a very noble cause, fought alongside King Tyrus, crusading in the dark lands of the West. Plague bringer. King Tyrus is scum. Tries to be informed of these words of treason. No, they won't. Throws a rotten apple at him. Or rotten tomato. Or just a regular tomato. Either one's fine. Yeah, King Tyrus is not going to be informed about anything. He is exploded. We did that. Next up, we're going to charge some prayer points at the West Ardougne altar in the church here. Did use the East Ardougne church altar before, but never in West Ardougne because there's not too many reasons to come over here, obviously. One reason you might come over here is to talk to the civilians and haggle for a cat. Hello there. I'm a bit busy to talk right now, sorry. Why, what are you doing? Trying to kill these mice. What I really need is a cat. I have a cat here I could sell. You don't say, is that it? Say hello to a real mouse killer. Not bad at all. Looks like it's a lively one. Kinda. I don't have much in the way of money, but I do have these. I'll show you a stack of death runes. The dwarves bring them from the mine for us. Tell you what, I'll give you 100 death runes for the cat. Nope, I'm not parting for that. Well, I'm not giving you any more. Yeah, I would love to not sell my cat, thanks. All the time I spent sitting around waiting for that cat to grow. Not even remotely worth 100 death runes, which are no longer even really used for regular spells. Runes are definitely in a whole situation. Evolution combat and all that. Anyways, leaving West Ardougne, thankfully. We can get back out to do other stuff over this way. Lots of stuff to do in an achievement diary. We obviously could do like more things at the same time, go through all the different tiers of tasks, but separating this out in a way we can try to manage all the different things is about as good as we're gonna get here, honestly. Working with lists. Next on the list, we need to talk to the silk merchant. He's currently in a house. Well, sell silk for 20 GP. No. Hello, I have some fine silk from Alcarid to sell to you. Actually, the truth. Did get this from Alcarid. I may be interested in that. What sort of price were you looking at per silk? I was thinking 120 coins. You'll never get that much for it. I'll be generous and give you 50 for it. I'll give it to you for 60. You drive a hard bargain, but I guess that will have to do. 60 whole coins. Oh boy. All that haggling is required to get it to 60. Start of old school RuneScape. I was the one stealing the silk. And sold it to people, and they sold it to him. Got a whole bunch of money for that. Good times. Anyways. Continuing out from Ardougne here. We really managed to do most of the things just in Ardougne proper here. Just by having it be easily available and coming to Ardougne so often. Next up, we are heading all the way down to creature creation at the Tower of Life. It's definitely something. It's definitely something. This is, I think we have not made much use of, but might be a little bit more useful here pretty soon. To the northwest, activate the symbol of life with a unicorn horn and a cowhide. You have Mitsura's need. Here goes. Unicow. It's dead now. Kill a unicow in the Tower of Life. Wild stuff out here. And then he drops more unicorn horns than he started with. It's definitely a system down here. Something we're going to be coming back to more times. Leave the ladder here. Make our way further south. A couple more things. Just the nearby areas. The diary does extend. Ardougne. The middle areas. Yanil. A little bit further. A little bit further. Next thing we'll do, over back in Port Khazard here. Even though we can't take the fishing trawler out for a spin, we can still talk to another person here about stuff. Go talk to Tyndall Marchant about swords. Hello there, welcome to my special antiques boutique. What's involved? Well, pay me 100 gold and I'll see if any rusty swords you've found are actually worth anything. Some of them might be worth some money. It's an antique item though. I reserve the right to purchase it immediately for adding to my own personal collection. I'll give you a fair price for it. What do you do here? Special is identifying exotic and antique weapons, specifically swords. My plan to branch out. If you have any old rusty weapons that you want me to check out, just show me, pay me 100 gold and I'll see if you have an antique on your hands. You can also repair some antique weapons and armors. Just show them to me and I'll let you know if I can repair it and for how much. Identifying swords. Don't even need to bring a rusty sword. Very convenient. Very cool. One last thing we need to collect here. We got all the various tools. I have to go make a ring, which we'll worry about in a little bit here. Oh, yeah. Here is a small obelisk east of the fight arena, where we need to recharge some summoning points. There you go. I depleted those summoning points by going over towards the God Wars dungeon, where it snows and hurts you. So, that worked out, in a way. Now we need to head further to the west for a few things. Specifically, heading over to the Khazard battlefield. Kill anybody at the Khazard battlefield. Manage to get through the entire tree gnome village without accidentally murdering a gnome. They are stronger than they used to be, though, so that's something. He's dead now. And that is that. Kill something. Probably could have killed one of the Khazard troops. Would have been a nicer thing for us to do, but, you know. We only do what the task tells us to. Nothing more than that. Continuing our adventure here to another area that's relatively nearby. Into the observatory. Or specifically the observatory. Did you go all the way to the observatory? Not in the observatory, but in the lighthouse. Fantastic. It's a bit of a distance to get all the way to the observatory. Read the shooting star notice board. People have found some stars. We've mined no stars. We could. We don't really need to. Also, our telescope in our house is currently pointed at a wall, so that's not ideal. But we're not too worried about shooting stars. That's okay. Next up, we get to actually use our Ring of Dueling here. Head over to Castle Wars. There's also be a teleport to the Duel Arena and a teleport to Mobilizing Armies and maybe Fist of Gothics. Yeah. Castle Wars. That's one we need. Teleport to Castle Wars. And now, the last requirement. Enter the Castle Wars waiting room. Which is easier said than done. Can't wear capes in the arena. Cannot take non-combat items into the arena. Cannot wear helmets either. Or even have them. So, there's a lot of things we aren't allowed to have here at Castle Wars. Especially back in 2009 here. Specifically, we are allowed to bring in runes, potions, and equipment. But no capes or helmets. So, lots of the things here are not runes, potions, or gear. So we need to get rid of them in a variety of ways. Like alching the fishing cape. Dropping a chisel and a ring mold. And a bronze pickaxe might technically count as a weapon, I guess. Slightly worried about the mithril grapple. You go put the cat in the house. Gonna put the spine in the house. We got all this money, which is definitely not runes, potion, or gear. So we're gonna need to go store this over at the kingdom. Which is fantastic because we have enough money that it won't overflow. All our construction work. Doing nice. Cat will enjoy it. So yeah. Should be able to keep the lunar staff though, probably. That would allow us to easily get back and get our money back again. Don't store all that, just destroy the helmet, just not have a problem. Now we have no armor. Okay. Runes count. A hatchet is technically a weapon. So we will go to the kingdom, put the money in, head back to Castle Wars, and see if we're allowed to have the mithril grapple. Hopefully. Hopefully. A ring of dueling is a ring. That's probably fine. Enter the portal! Hey, it worked. I'm not waiting for the other team. No, we're not. We are leaving. Easy tasks. Completed. You go back to the Artic church. The east one this time. And get our rewards. It's easy to get back to Ardougne at least. So that's nice. Just heading through a portal. In a house. Later. Options. But for now, go turn in the easy diary. Talk to here. Leo. Inside the church. Alright. In we go. So I'll be over here. Dr. Orban. About the task system. I've completed all the easy tasks in the Ardougne set. Oh, that's a relief. You wear an Ardougne cloak now. I have one for you. Everyone hands you a cloak and an old lamp. It's strange, that cloak. Sure, it has magical powers. People like market stall holders don't seem to notice you doing certain things when you wear it. You'll see what I mean when you try it on. Well, there's also a lamp here I found in the storeroom. You might find a use for it. Thanks, what else does it do? Well, now, it seems to be able to teleport to the monastery south of Ardougne. Though why you want to visit those drunken monks, I don't know. I'm sure there are other bonuses I haven't heard of, but maybe you can find them. Alright. Not the most descriptive of what this cape here does, but it is the Ardougne cloak. Hey, it looks. I like that. Pretty good. Specifically, what it does here is you get some creature creation items noted, which means you can hold more things, get more stuff down there. Better chances to steal from stalls in Ardougne. Unlimited teleports to the monastery. Kindred Monastery Ardougne cloak. Which brings you right over here. It's a nice spot. You got an altar here. Fairy ring right over there by the tower. So, a reasonable location. Probably in total quicker to get to a fairy ring than going to the house and going to Edgeville and running around. But then it also is an inventory space, so. Or if we have it as a cape, that's also an option. Depends what cape we have on, what we're trying to do. But, yeah. Unlimited teleports. Pretty wild. We also get 10% bonus prayer points when joining a game of Castle Wars, and 200 death runes per cat. Oh boy. Still not doing that. Still don't need any death runes. Also in 2019, the same time where you now get unlocking the Kindred Monastery teleport, which is not in the spellbook. It's only on the cape so far. Also get 25% more chompy kills. Credits. Also, the lamp here for, obviously, Herblore, 1,000 more XP. Yay. Now, probably going to need to go back and pick up my money to collect all the things I'm going to need for the medium tasks that I've already done. Oh, that should be everything needed. Whole varieties of things here. First on the list is heading into the Ardougne unicorn pen here with the fairy rings. Just need to enter here when you kill the unicorns or anything. We're just here at the zoo, having a good time. Next, we're going to need to get out of the zoo here. So we're going to teleport to Ardougne. And now we're over here. Wow. Don't really use most of the teleports. We just go to the house and it's cheaper and we have all the portals there. Well, that's alright. And upstairs here, search for traps on the chest to get a nature rune. That is that one. Steal a nature rune from the chest. The Ardougne market. There you go. One nature rune. I don't know if we have anything else we really need to alch or anything at this point. We should probably be fine. Also comes with 3 coins, which is amazing. Next up over this way, we're gonna mine some coal with our bronze pickaxe here. It's good enough. It gets the job done. And then we're going farming for a variety of things. Another thing we've prepared by just getting up earlier. Went and got some watermelon seeds from Winkin's farm. Now we just need to harvest a watermelon here. I already did that before when we were getting watermelons for things. Could also make some super compost with that, but we're currently high on super compost since we just got that restocked, which is great. So we're just going to continue on. We can always go around and get some farming XP from everything that we currently have planted. Leave a lot of the things unchecked, trees and allotments and herbs filled. You never know when you might need something. Next up is pickpocketing a master farmer. Oh, we pickpocketed a lot of master farmers earlier. There is some seeds. There you go. That is that. Pickpocketing master farmer. Cross that off the list. Cross this log here. Cross the river Ardougne using the log bounce. A great shortcut. Pretty convenient. Gets you places. Works nicely. And another way to get places is the lever here out into the wilderness. The achievement diary here, just luring everybody into the wilderness. Very safe. Very cool. And then one other transportation option that we need to do. The balloon network. We've got one U-log here, which is enough to fly us over to Castle Wars. There you go. Unlocked all of these back when Enlightened Journey came out. So now we've done it again, as required. And now we just have all of the medium tasks that we haven't completed to complete. And there's quite a few of them. Well, technically, we had more already completed than need to be completed now, so honestly that's pretty fine, all things considered. Yeah, a couple different places we need to go that we haven't gone to before. and a couple places we have to go that we already were at previously. Lots of different levels of things in a lot of different locations. All comes together to make an achievement diary. First location we're going to head up to is down into the ZMI area here, over to the Renia altar, where we need to do our first time crafting runes here. We got our 1 pure essence, that's fine. It's a lot less convenient to use the Renia altar here when you don't have noted essence or a bank. Because the way to get the essence here is part of the problem. Also, this area has been graphically updated, looking fancy. So run past all these guys through the big old cave, or take the loop-in pathway that way. Come to the altar, and use it to craft a random rune. And that is the Renia altar. Craft some runes at the Renia altar. Okay. That's about all we need to do there. So we'll head to the next spot, which is down in Yanil, where we have a few things that we need to do. The Yanil portal brings us to the top of the watchtower. We'll be changing that soon. Just go down, down, under. Just making our way through Yanil here. Climb into the underwall tunnel. And go talk to Bert, the Sandman. Very good reason that we never did this before is that it would be completely and utterly useless for us and wouldn't even work. Hey Bert, thought you'd be coming in, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Suppose you'd be wanting your sand today. I mean, yes, please Bert. I'll get on moving it. Thank you for making sure Sandy is in to neck for his double dealings. Excellent. Let me move the sand in my bank. I'll do something else. See you later. Claim buckets of sand from Bert. That also means we now have buckets of sand in the bank, which is not correct. We need to go and take those out. While we're also here in Yanil, we're going to grapple over with our grapple. And this bone crossbow we want purchased. So that works nicely. Climb up. And then we'll jump back down. Grapple over the south wall. Technically counts as we already did it. Wild stuff. Let's just go get that sand out of the bank here. And also appreciate that we technically have something in there. The mess that is the elite skill shard box thing. Well, that is not a thing that exists yet, so it's fine. We don't get to have this sand, though. Never will Bert give us sand. There's some things that go to bank that we can change to make it just taken from an interface or a chest or stuff, but for the most part, we are a little bit in an unfortunate situation. Making do with what we can. Next up, back over to the Tower of Life again. This time, to make a different thing. Quite a while since Tower of Life. Really making use of all the stuff. Let me make these. Go into the southwest this time. To make, out of a raw chicken and a swordfish, on this altar here, we get the materials. Here goes Sword Chick. Dead now. Drops a satchel and a lot of feathers, which, I mean, in the current state of there's no more infinite feathers, could theoretically be possibly useful, but we need to get all that chicken and swordfish, so not really. Not really. It's something. Next, I'm just going to make our way quickly back to the center of Ardougne here. But I just go in through the house. Well, that's fine. We need to go off to the east. A few different things to do over here. We need to go out to the fishing platform with Holgart, Jem, somebody. Whoever owns this boat now. He doesn't have the boat. So I got back from Jem, huh? I was saying you can take me to the fishing platform. Yes, we can do that. Board the boat, we shall depart. Not done with the sea slug line yet. Catch something over here. It's not a very high requirement. Shrimp. Wow. And now, back to Jeb again. Hey Jeb. Business here is complete. Do you wish to return to dry land? Let's go back. Then board the rowing boat. Indeed. Another odd fellow in Witchhaven. Talk to Ezekiel. Hey Ezekiel. Hello Ezekiel. Well, hello, hardcore ultimate Ironman Artic. So pleased to see you again. It's been very dull in this quiet little village ever since our last adventure. So you have some rubium. Would you like to sell it to me? Well, it depends. How much would you give me for one piece? For that amount of rubium, I can offer you 10. Okay, it's a deal. Pleasure doing business with you. 10 whopping coins. Gonna do some good stuff with that rubium in the future. That's gonna be great. And now, the last task of the medium diary here. I didn't even use the log out here. We need to go to the past. Specifically with the enchanted key. Well, that means we are not allowed to have anything on us. And boy, do we sure have some things. So what we're going to need to do here is get to the spot where we go to the past. And then make sure we just drop everything for a little bit. As safe as that feels, which is not very safe. We have too many options here. Make sure we stand in the correct spot here. Be very quick about it. Because we're just going to drop the money. Is that a safe idea? Maybe not. As long as we're not gone for like more than a minute or something, it should be okay. Let's make sure we stand in the correct spot. Should be right here. Right here. Yep. Then we have all these things. I'm going to drop the crystal ball and the money last here. We have to have the key on us. Lunar staff can't even be dropped. It's not necessary to be just destroyed. And the cloak also cannot be dropped. That gets destroyed. The rest of this should also be just fine. So yeah. We go here. Be very quick about it. Rub the key. Go to past B. Alright. Drop, 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 drop. We should drop it. Feel. Rub. Past B. We need to talk to Sarah about herb lore. Very quickly. There's Sarah. Sarah, I need to talk to you about herb lore very quickly. I already know a whole bunch about herb lore, so I'm really not gonna actually see what she has to say. But I gotta go. Oh, just run quickly. How's things? Doing great. Doing some potion. It's amazing herb lore. It's called herb lore. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman herb lore. Rub to the present. Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. Pick all our stuff. Even all this stuff we really don't actually need, but that's fine. And that is a mess of an inventory and the medium tasks complete. If you want to, just go back and look at what she actually said there. We've named the herb lore skill. We are just that great. Now we need to go talk to the town crier in East Ardougne Market to get our rewards. right over here. This is the point where we could teleport over there, but don't really need to. Get some equipment back on. With this grapple, we kind of don't need the grapple at this point. It's fine. And a couple runes, a couple teleports, various things. I still need some things for the other tasks here, so I'm just gonna hold on to it for now. Town Crier, how's it going? Hear ye, player moderators. Massive help to RuneScape. Oh, hello, citizen. Are you here to find out about player moderators? Perhaps you'd like to know about the laws of the land. About the task system. I've completed all my medium tasks in Ardougne set. So you have. A special cloak I've kept aside for you. Town Crier hands you a cloak and a lamp. There you go. It's an interesting cloak, that one. Seems to be quite magical. Now affiliated with Vegetable Patch north of the city, when you can coax it into life. Oh, and someone gave me this lamp, but it's not really any use to me. Thanks. What else does it do? Well, Crowbury told me everyone he knows has earned it will get a nice little surprise if they talk to him every day. Oh, it seems to have a magical effect when you use it at that Zamarakian-held runecrafting altar, southwest of the city. Also, rumors that the last person who owned it had a use at the Tower of Life. Of course, it may do even more that I'm not aware of. Alright. Looking at the medium cloak here. Looks a little bit different. And what it does is better pickpocketing in Ardougne, 15% more runes at the Arania altar, 1 daily teleport to the Manor Farm / North Ardougne Farm here, before it was the Manor Farm. Again, changed to a teleport in 2019. Can't use these though. Also, we can toggle the Ring of Life to bring us to Ardougne if we wanted to. 100 noted pure essence claim from wizard property per day, which is going to be fantastic. 10 seconds of immunity when using the Artie lever to teleport to the wilderness, but not the one from Edgeville, and also this effect doesn't work. 2019, also get 50% more chompies, and a 7500 XP lamp in Herblore, of course. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely going to get a lot of use out of the noted pure essence per day. That is what's going to make our rune crafting level happen here. At least as far as we need to. Or at least that's the plan. But we're not going to claim the 100. Because we have the hard tasks to do now. Well, that took a little bit. And we honestly don't even have all the things we need here. Never a great time when we need to go get a Monkey Gree. Because that means basically doing all of Monkey Madness again. Here is the first hard task we already did before. Kill a Shadow Warrior here in the Legends Guild. We do technically have another thing that we need to redo in the Legends Guild, but we're going to save the worst for last here. And instead go do other things. Like pop out here, equip our hatchet, and go take down the Jade Vine. That we can only do right now, since we correctly got the farming XP earlier. Prayers up. Jade Vine going. Axe equipped. Looking good. Front attack for melee and piety. And chop it down. Adamant axe is good enough. Good enough. We did this plenty of times before. But now the diary exists. We have to do it again. That's the idea here, obviously. And we've got food. We don't really get into a position where we're even close to dying, so it's fine. There you go. And then secateurs, seed dibber, all that. And super compost, because it can die here. So it's definitely worth it. A little bit more speed there, put all that away. And continue on to other things. Specifically, the reason we need to go and get this Gree in the first place. We need to come down to the zoo and become a monkey. Time Monkey Minder. Ook ook. Why do you monkeys keep trying to escape? Good thing I've caught you before you got away, you little scoundrel. Oh, Ook. Put you back in the cage where you belong. Okay. What? Ook? I must be imagining things. Monkeys can't talk. Gosh, I wonder how the monkeys are escaping. The fence-only zoo system here is definitely a choice. Wild. Hey. Can I come out? What are you doing in there? I went in here on purpose. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Thanks. Continuing on here. A few things to do down near the tree gnome village. We, once again, have prepared for this task because we knew it was going to happen. If we hadn't, this would be a significantly more difficult thing to accomplish right now. Very similar to the Founder Diary, where we needed a U seed and didn't have one at the time. We actually succeeded here by leaving a good enough fruit tree right over here. And also, thankfully, the task is simply a picking task. A papaya or a coconut. Or I guess we left it here to get the XP. Yeah, that works. We planted a papaya tree, made sure that it was alive before. We did that a while ago. We have plenty of other spots we can plant the papayas, so it's honestly fine. Plenty of other fruit tree patches. And we typically don't get tree seeds quick enough that it was really a concern. Can have a tasty papaya though. Or not. Eat it. Don't typically eat the papayas. They're more for using. We're eating them though. That's okay. We definitely could have brought more nets and ropes up here to catch a red salamander. Well, that's alright. Red salamander will come in here eventually. 83 hunter. Should be fine. Did this for hunter training back in the day. One of the days. Something. There you go. Check the net trap. And there it is. Okay. Next up, we need to specifically cast the Watchtower teleport spell. We got that in our house, so don't typically do that these days. It's fine. Climbing down some more. And now we need to do some Yenil Agility Dungeon action. Very old place here. Done some stuff in here before. Need to just get in here a little bit. Go across the monkey bars. But then there is another thing we can do in Yenil. Probably just easier to continue through the dungeon since we're already there. Jump across here. And that completes the monkey business. Going up the stairs. She doesn't need a lockpick on the exit. And we have a lockpick anyways, so it'll be fine either way. Over here. And enter the Magic Guild. And that is also a task. Okay. So we just have the one other task at the Legends Guild that we need to get another thing for later. Let's set up for hard tasks we haven't done. The first new task is still just here right in the Magic Guild. Need to take the portal here and brings us over to Thormax Tower. These portals to other magic towers option. Definitely a thing. And now, we need to go back to Yenil, amusingly. Going to just use the portal in the house here, since I didn't prepare additional runes. We technically have enough runes, but those are for other things. I'm just going to go back out here, climb down one ladder here, and pickpocket a watchman. Specifically, with Gloves of Silence, from Dark Kevitz. Bring it the furs to Varrock, etc., etc. That is that. Now we're going to take our monastery teleport on the cloak here. It's fantastic. Head over to the musician here, near the monastery. Open up the emotes and go for an air guitar. 500 songs required for that. Got more than that, so that's alright. That checks that off the list. Back once again into the Tower of Life for one more crazy creation. Using a raw cave eel, fish from the Lumbered Swamp Caves, and giant frog legs, also from the Lumbered Swamp Caves. Activate this symbol of life here, and we get the frog eel. Wow. Majestic. Ridiculous. Very strange. It's dead now. It drops additional raw cave eel. A thing you totally want, obviously. Okay. Next on the list. I was gonna teleport back to Ardougne and be fine. We need to go to not quite West Ardougne, but Western East Ardougne. And northwestern East Ardougne, a bit to the north. We're going to the Chaos Druid Tower over here. But not for the tower part, for the basement part. Another thing we didn't do because the rewards were not useful to us whatsoever. We need a lockpick to get through this door. Possibly other things. It helps. It's good. Required. Chaos Druid Tower has a secret in the basement. We probably looked at it when we were train thieving, looking at stuff, but now we actually need to, and have a reason to. Failed to pick the lock. Disagree, I am 99 thieving. Wild stuff. Down in here, we've got a little dungeon. Wow. We got bats, and ogres, and a chest. Search for traps. We attempted. We found it. It's 2 blood runes, and 500 coins, or something. And then it just teleports us over here. That's fine. Let's draw this money, because why not? Alright. Now we are down to some of the more awkward ones. We need different magic. Lunar magic, activate. Now we have the runes for Ryan teleport. Hello. Moon Clan. Wonderbirth. Rania. We need to go buy some astral runes. Well, that's doable. Jump through over here. We did bring the seal of passage, so that also works. Didn't need to go grab more runes to teleport back here to turn off lunar magic, so I'm just going to use the home teleport every 30-minute spell here. I still do need the astral runes for actually getting the first bits here. Runes. Also, no longer infinite stocks. Honestly, most of the shops should be pretty much right now. Except for all the ones that change for invention components and all that, but this is fine. Astral runes, 2 of them. There we go. Bobby Access. And now, Orania teleports. Click. It's fine to talk to Baba Yaga on how to do this spell. Well, I will talk to Baba Yaga about astral runes, I guess. Thank you for the prophecy tablet. Something else. Thank you for taking it. Well, short of storage around here. Come on, admit it. You want to hear one of the stories again? No? Baba Yaga? Talk about something else. Hello there. I'm a visitor from distant land. How can I help you? Trade a lunar spell and my spell I can't use. Can you help me? Could you? Help you? Certainly. It's only one I've only just discovered. Can teach it to you if you like, but I'll have to listen to a story first. Okay, I don't mind hearing stories. Wonderful. I was going through some ancient documents recently, inspiring my knowledge of our great ancestors. Actually, I think I'd better go further back so you'll understand. You know of our ancient war with the Fremnik that you recently healed? Of course, I'm a great diplomat, aren't I? Some diplomat? Do you ever wonder why we were at war for so long? You couldn't see eye to eye about magic or something like that. Not too far off. It goes deeper than that. The Fremnik were actually the first to discover how to make runes, but there was a disagreement within the tribe about the implications of making such powerful objects. Most Fremnik felt we were stealing power from the gods. They could not see past to the great things we could do with such power, so I split from them and became the Moon Clan. Our ancient leader, who first discovered the rune essence mine here on Lunar Isle, traveled far and wide searching for more places of power. He and his followers built altars all over Gielinor, which he used today to create runes. And at their height, they made runes by the grateful. They had perfected the process and even advanced it, creating altars that could create any type of rune, regardless of the crafter's ability. But the strife between the Moon Clan and the Fremnik heightened. The Fremnik had grown strong in body while our clan had grown strong in mind. They overpowered our tribe and we retreated to Lunar Isle, where we have lived ever since. The Fremnik then swept over Gielinor, destroying the altars we had made, in an attempt to remove all trace of magic from the land. It's all very intriguing. What's it got to do with this spell? I'm getting to that. The Fremnik were not as thorough as I thought. They destroyed only the entrances to the altars, for the altars themselves were on a different plane. But they were successful in wiping out our ability to create runes. The ability has only recently been rediscovered on the mainland, so I hear. Our people were left isolated on Lunar Isle, but we used it to our advantage. Our control over magic advanced beyond the need for runes, and all knowledge of the altar locations passed from memory. Fortunately, some records survived. The manuscript I discovered contains the teleportation spell to an advanced altar called Orania. It's an altar that allows the user, regardless of their rune crafting ability, to craft any type of rune upon it. Orania is a powerful altar indeed. What state it is in after so many millennia, I know not, but it is interesting all the same. So will you teach me the spell? Certainly. Baba Yaga whispers in your ear. And now you know the teleportation spell. Off with you, go explore. Learned how to cast the spell. That's been available up here ever since the Orion altar came out, but never had a reason to go here, again for the whole rune essence business. Orania teleport. There you go. And that is an achievement. So it's out here, so it needs to still run through the whole dungeon and all that, but that's okay. Now, there's only 3 things left to do. 2 of those are in Castle Wars, so equipment problems. I think we'll go do the one that we still need to do from before first. And that means back to Puro. Because we need to go and get a combat bracelet or skills necklace. We made a skills necklace / combat bracelet for a different thing in order to just go and do that. That was for a different achievement diary. We needed the skills necklace or the combat bracelet to the ranging guild or something. Now we need another one, which means we need a dragon stone, which means we either need to get a dragon stone or a crystal key. Yay. Alright. Got the combat bracelet made. All that work. The blinks. That's not right. Use it on the totem pole. Enchant it, charge it, does things now. Don't need it. Going to Alkit. Also got, from all the implings, 242,000 coins. Bringing us over 6 million. Nice. Also, pineapple seeds, snapdragon seeds, which are now a different color because of herb color changes. And a whole pile of dragon dart tips, which is worth quite a bit. We're going to just drop those over. Drop that. And we're going to go alch the combat bracelet, plant the seeds, store the money, and head to Castle Wars. Alright. Castle Wars. Never been in the lobby here before. That was a task earlier. So obviously we've never been inside the game. So we're going to get a few things here. There's definitely things that we can do in situations where we can't have things, and even less things for future things, but for right now, Castle Wars, where we just need to do 2 different things here. needs a few other people to start the game. But after it starts, they don't even really matter. And we're using the word people here for doing something. Anyways, we need to go do two things here. First, we need to be here, operate the catapult. So we grab some rocks. We're going to do what we learned in catapult construction and aim a target, fire the rock, and that is an artillery strike. Achievement complete. Hard task, etc. We got knowledge from catapult construction that made that better or something. We've also unlocked the music track Castle Wars. That's nice. Is there another one for the underground portion? Might as well check. Since we're here, we don't have really many reasons to come back to Castle Wars. There is a lot of things we could get. Nothing we need. Can we mine these rocks? We didn't grab a pickaxe. Lots of stuff on the tables at the start of the Castle Wars game. Can get some stuff. We're not going to get any of it. We're not going to do any of it. What we need to do is get into the other base. Attack the door. Makes a lot of sense. It's going to shoot the door with a bow until it breaks in half. Reasonable. Logical. And then just head up to the top of the opponent's team's base. Grab the flag and run it back to score a point, which is all we have to do. Task is win a game of Castle Wars. A little bit more annoying when you have to actually try and there's people and you might get unlucky. Because it does take 20 minutes for the game to go, so takes a little bit. But that just means we need to stick around for 20 minutes. Unfortunate. Time of waiting around. But in order to finish this, that's what we must do. We need to score the 1 point here. Capture the flag, bring it back, get a point. Amazing. Capture the flag. And also there is Letya. It's right over there. Wild stuff. And now, we wait. It's going to sit here, resting, for 17 minutes. Oh boy. If we can just hold on to this lead for a few more seconds here, I think we got it. It's been a heated battle here. Everybody else left. I left. Etc. 1 point. That's enough. And it is enough. Once we win. You win! There's a scoreboard there and just disappeared. Anyways. All hard tasks complete. It's back again. Look at that. We did it. We got some tickets. Those go in the currency pouch. That's not a thing. I don't think we're going to get too many more Castle Wars tickets, so I'm not too worried about it, honestly. Well, yeah. Reward for completing the Ardougne hard tasks over in Yanil. Take the Yanil portal in the house. We do need to go back to Kingdom again and get our money back out, because I don't want them spending any of my money. If they do, it's fine. We didn't have an option. When's Coin Patch coming out? Anyways, hard tasks complete. Go talk to Alec in Yanil. Specifically over at the hunting shop. Got a few things from the hunting shop earlier. It's all worked out. Let's get our rewards. Open the door. And wait. Alec, how's it going? Hello. Hello, hello. Most warm welcome to my Hunter Emporium. I have everything for this discerning hunter could need. Would you show you some friends range of equipment, or was there something else you specifically asking for? About the task system. I've completed all the hard tasks in the Ardougne set. Oh, so you have. Well done. I have a lovely cloak here for you. I hands you a cloak and a lamp. There you are. I think you'll find you can now, shall we say, expropriate things around the world more easily when wearing that cloak. Also, you may find property can help you out with your rune crafting. There may be other effects too. It's quite an enigma. Thanks. You're welcome. Actual rewards are better pickpocketing and chests everywhere in the world. 150 pure essence per day from property. And the Watchtower teleport toggle to Yanil, which we can do here. By spirit reward, I'd like to change my teleport point. Watchtower teleport. Change it to Yanil? Yes. And that will also work on the portal in the house, so that's great. Alec, hello. About the task system. Spirit the reward, so it's just leaving. Achievement system. Very well. Achievement going around the world. Swords and Jack. Don't know if that's a thing. Set. Words for the loyalty. Cleans rewards. So it's just leaving. Probably changed the dialogue here. But there was additional things here. A secret. Hidden. Elite tier of tasks. But first, 28,000 herbal XP. Whee! This is what the cape looks like. Nice. So yeah. Finish your hard tasks like all the other diaries before. But then, you get a secret, hidden, elite tasks. And oh boy, are they elite. Go into the elite diaries here. We have 3, 4, 5 things. Unfortunately, they are very high level, and we cannot do them all. There's a lot of problems with them, too. Like this one here. For cooking a rocktail on the Witch Haven dock, we can do that. That is a replacement for an Ironman restriction of not being able to go on the fishing trawler and catch a manta ray. That was 81 fishing requirement, and they made the replacement Ironman only task here be 90 fishing to get a rocktail and then 93 cooking to cook it on the dock. And also it needs to be on a fire so you burn more. We can go do that. We've also got attempt to picklock the door to the basement in the annual agility dungeon. We can do that. Making a rune crossbow in this area. Says we can do it, but we can't. Because it actually requires 91 smithing before the mining and smithing rework. So even with our best +5 boost, we would need an 86 smithing. We have 81, so not quite. And even if we had that, we also need 93 summoning to summon an Abyssal Titan, and 75 rune crafting. We are nowhere near either of those for a lot of reasons. So what we can do is go get a rocktail and cook it, and also go through the door. I think we probably need a lockpick for that, but that's okay. We can go grab one. We can also grab our money back. Rocktails are from the Living Rock Caverns. In order to get them, it's a bit more of a process. We need to first defeat a Living Rock guy. I'm gonna shoot him with our crystal bow. It's pretty effective. We got melee and range rocky guys here. I'm not worried about their actual drops. We're just mining. High level pickaxe to mine this resource effectively. Oh, it's gonna be very slow, isn't it? Bronze pickaxe is not very good. How long is this gonna take? We could just go upstairs and purchase a better pickaxe. Are we even making progress? It might be so hard we're not even making progress. That's pretty wild. How long do you think this is gonna take? To go get a better pickaxe? It's not even popping up at the bar. can't even see if we are tired or not. Oh boy. This is not ideal. This is not ideal. We can manage to mine stuff like adamant and gold with a bronze pickaxe. This is a slightly higher level requirement, so it might not work. It looks like it's not working. Oh, there's another. Yeah, that's another. We hit just enough to do like 1 damage or something. Oh no. Alright. We need to go get a pickaxe. Gonna go all the way to the rune pickaxe? I suppose. It's okay. Pickaxe shop. Also should be perfectly normal. Nothing infinite. There's a supply of things. No extra supplies of anything. The exact numbers of some things in some shops have definitely changed, but in the grand scheme of things, a pickaxe. 16k to make this happen? Go for it. We got 6 million coins. That's good enough. Unfortunately, we lose a lot because the alch value is so much lower. Mine and smith and rework. And technically, this is still a slightly low-level pickaxe for this, which will at least do better than bronze. That's the dream, at least. My goodness. Living Rock Caverns. High-level place. High-level stuff. Bronze pickaxes. Not allowed, clearly. Okay. See if this rock is still here. Nope. Came back. Kill another one. That's fine. A little bit more range XP, I guess. That's fine. We'll get this. We'll get this yet. Okay. Again, not worrying at all about the actual drops. Irrelevant. This is still a lower level pickaxe, but it actually does damage each time, so I'll take it. We can't, well, we could get a dragon pickaxe, but we would not want to do that right now for a lot of reasons. One, it's a 1 in 5,000 drop. 2, we would not get to keep it, so that is not something we're doing. Rune pickaxe or bust. It looks like answer is rune pickaxe. Okay. Finish mining this guy here and get some living minerals. We take the living minerals and go to a rocktail shoal. We also need to defeat anybody that attacks us. This worked a lot better when there was tons and tons of people here. You would not very often get hit by the living rock guys. Because of all the dozens to hundreds of other people also mining and fishing. We're all here on our own, though. Well, there is a Falador Elite task, which doesn't exist yet. It's only the Ardougne ones until later. So we will be coming back here later for that. It's perfectly fine. And I think since we're going to be using a log fire, our cooking chance is not going to be the best, even with 99 cooking. So, should probably get a few of these. Very good. Very slow to get. As you might expect. High-level resources or something. So we're just going to keep mining here for a bit. Maybe get like 3 or 4, something. I got 2. If we get 1 more, I'll be fine. We can always come back. There we go. Let's head over to Witch Haven Dock. And cook these. I've already prepared the log and the tinderbox for making the fire here, so that's going to be fine. Yeah. Should be good. Very specific location. The Witch Haven Dock. So first we need to get to Witch Haven. We need to get to the dock. Surprisingly, they only have the 1 dock here with all the sunk boats. So most of them are smaller. So, yeah. There's also this whole thing, but not worrying about that right now. Light a fire right here next to the chair. The guy that's no longer here. And cook some rocktails. Fail. Succeed. And succeed again. Lovely. And that is complete the elite party task. That one. Brilliant. Martells are pretty cool because they boost your health. We're at 920 here. Eat one, and we're at 1012. So, a nice boost. They heal more than just that much, but they do have the little overheal, which is nice. And now we can go do the other task that we actually can do. Go over to Yenil with our new Yenil teleport location, which is also great. Yenil teleport goes to Yenil. It might also be more like over there, technically, but exact teleport spots. It's all working out. This hole in the wall yet? I don't know. Anyways, went and picked up the lockpick down in the Yenil agility dungeon. We might have a better spot to find that, but this works. 82 thieving requirement here to picklock this door. We have 99. So once again, our failing to picklock is ridiculous. There we go. Complete. And that is about all we're going to get here. Because for the other ones, we need at least 86 smithing until the mining and smithing work comes out. We need 93 summoning and 75 rune crafting. We can at least start getting closer to a rune crafting milestone and things by going and claiming our other reward here. Daily pure essence from Wizard Property. 150 per day. Should be pretty good. I have to think about what I actually want to craft as far as runes are concerned. Not too many things I'm super needing more runes on. Or using more runes on, or anything. Claim, Wizard Property. As you've done so well, impressing not only the citizens of Ardougne, but also those of Yenil. I'll give you 150 essence. Happy rune crafting. Thanks. 150 noted pure essence. Oh, lovely. We'll think about what I want to do with these. Get enough rune crafting levels for future things. But that kind of solves rune crafting, honestly. We don't need too much more before we are going to be allowed to get better options. So, that's pretty good. I have a lot of plans for future of a whole bunch of different skills. And the next plan, we need the tinderbox. Next time, goodbye.